When did this migration occur? Were there different waves? The migration first occurred because of a program where Mexicans were recruited to work on U.S. farms in 1917 and 1921. There was a second wave starting in the spring of 1942 that lasted until 1964, which brought millions of more braceros to the United States.
What were the push and pull factors? The biggest pull factor for braceros were jobs. The U.S. needed a large workforce, which encouraged braceros to come here legally and work. They were guaranteed a wage plus housing and food. There were also promises that they would not be excluded from white areas. The big push factor was that they were trying to escape poverty in Mexico.
What type of work did they do? Were they concentrated in any one or two professions, major achievements, or contributions to the U.S.? Braceros worked on farms and on railroads, making it possible for the U.S. economy to meet challenges imposed by the war effort.
What is the geographic distribution of your migrant group? Where do they live in the U.S.? If historically, where did they live? In the 22 years that the Bracero program was initiated in, 4.6 million contracts of labor were signed. Geographically, they were distributed in mostly California, Texas, and Arizona in the southwest United States. Some of them located in the Pacific Northwest, like Oregon, Washington, and Idaho, but not as concentrated.
What type of work did they do? Were they concentrated in any one or two professions, major achievements, or contributions to the U.S.? Braceros worked on farms and on railroads, making it possible for the U.S. economy to meet challenges imposed by the war effort.
How was your migrant group treated when they arrived in the U.S.? Did they face discrimination? Were they racialized as other? Were they easily assimilated into American culture? The Braceros were treated with discrimination. They were considered as the lowest form of manpower by the Chamber of Commerce spokesman, who also commented that we are just as anxious as you are not to build the civilization of California or any other Western district upon a Mexican foundation. Overall, the Mexican government was left dissatisfied because of how the Braceros were treated. When did this migration occur? Were there different waves? The migration first occurred